Alright guys, back in with some commentary for you guys, and the topic of today, high volume versus low volume. So I'm going to dive into this. I'm going to talk about intensity as well, so high volume, low volume, intensity, and deloads. So that's going to be the big topics for this, guys. As you guys can see, I was going into a deload. From this video, I was cutting back. So originally, I was stuck on deadlifts at 395 for like 3 sets of 3 reps, and that technically to me is considered high volume. Everybody has a different kind of terminology for high volume, low volume, and high volume for me again is going to be around 3, maybe 3 to 6 sets, and it's really what intensity is. So the volume is how many sets you're doing. So if you're doing high volume, that means higher sets. If you're doing low volume, lower sets, maybe 1 to 3 sets. And now you can play around with it. I like to do high volume with a high intensity. And the intensity really is your factor. Okay, so you can look at it from your 1 rep max perspective. So like let's say you're doing, 300 pounds is your 1 rep max. Just for example, let's say we take 90% of that, maybe it's like 280, something around there, and you're gonna lift that for 3-4 reps. So the intensity factor is that number, so the 90%. When you're lifting up there, higher weight, very like heavier weight compared to what you relatively lift, then that's your intensity. So, I mean, if you're going in the gym, let's say you're doing like 5 sets of 4 reps with really heavy weight, that's high intensity and high volume. Now, if you want to cut back, you can always do the other way around, like low intensity or low volume, like 2 sets with a higher intensity. So maybe like higher towards your 1 rep max. When it comes down to low volume, so we're talking about shorter sets, so 1 to 3 sets, maybe depends on who you are and how many you're used to. You could be lifting at low intensity. This is what I do for my deloads. And if you guys don't know what a deload is, deload's pretty much where you cut back on how much you're actually lifting. You don't take it too easy. Like, it's not going to be a week where you just mess around the gym. You just come in and you're still lifting. You're still lifting at a good intensity. So you could be lifting, instead of lifting at 90 to 80% of your 1 rep max, you're going to drop down to 70 and go for like 12 reps. That's what I like to do. So we went down to, this is 115 on the overhead press, and I was going for 12 reps. Now typically I can do about 155 when I'm going for a high volume, 155 for about 4 reps. Yeah, I think that's my 1 rep max right now for that. Well, that's getting into my 1 rep max. Now you'll see a lot of power lifters, a lot of guys that like to lift like super heavy. They do, sometimes a lot, it depends on their program, but most of them will do high volume. So lots of sets, but at low reps. So they're lifting at a higher intensity. That's what I like to train year long. And that's kind of what got to me when I was getting my competition prep. I kind of cut back on the, I did more higher volume, but very, very low intensity. So I was lifting like 12, 15, 20 reps. And I was not getting, stimulating the muscle enough to grow. I was losing out on a lot of my strength, and because I cut my calories so drastic. And that's why I'm looking, when I jump back into this, this bulk and putting on strength, it's just like that, because my body, it's like a beginner when they start to work out. Their body's not used to being under that amount of stress, or that's why they call them beginner gains, or beginner, I forget the name of it, but they'll put like a beginner lifting period. And what you guys are looking at is 3 different days of lifting. So one day I was doing a deload on deadlifts. So this is not my deload week. This is actually a week after the deload. So we're doing 295 for 12 reps. I was stuck. So then I came back next week because I don't want to be hitting 295 every single week. And I did the 3 reps of 295 last week, or 395 is what I've been stuck at. So I did 295 for 12. So this week I came in and my goal was to hit 405 for 2. I wanted to hit a new double. I haven't hit 405 for 2 in a while. So As you guys can see, I'm warming up right now with 315. It feels really good. I still do one hand over, one hand under grip, kind of like a hook grip. And I need to fix my belt. I loosened it and it's way too loose because my belly's getting a little bit bigger. But more into this. So this is the 405 for 2. Felt really good. I felt like I could possibly pull 2 more reps out, but I stopped at 2 just because that's where I was looking to hit this week. I don't want to push it too much because I had a few more sets. I was going higher volume. I did about 4 sets during this workout. First 2 sets were again with 405. This is the second set. And then I kicked it back to 355 for 5 reps. So I'm looking to be strong, but be able to lift a lot of weight, with a given higher amount of reps. So I'm not looking to just pull 405 for 2 reps and say that's it. I'm looking to pull 405 and then drop down, 355 and hit that for 5, and that's what we got on the bar right now. So 355 for 5 reps. I did this for 2 sets, and as you guys can see, my belt is just so bad. I had a quarter in my wallet, and I was trying to fix it, but the quarter was not working. I really need a screwdriver, always in my bag. But I have like no room in my bag. I need a bigger gym bag. So yeah, we hit 405 for 2. And then we went and did 2 sets with 355, and that's where like the deload really helped because my body wasn't under the same stress. It wasn't hitting those same muscle fibers for that week. Now we're looking at September 8th. I just showed you guys my deadlifting just on that day. This was part of a deload for chest. So when I do a push, or a pull or a leg deload, I do it for that week. I'll do the other muscles. I mostly focus on which muscles I'm plateauing at right now. So back was the first one I noticed. Chest has been kind of plateauing. Legs are still going good. I'm still making strides. So we went to 185 for 12 reps. And I'm seriously like, this is today. Like, I'm doing the commentary right now. My chest is so sore. I've been trying to do, on days I know I'm going to eat a little more, like a 2-day. Been adding in cardio, 30 minutes. I'll read a book while doing cardio. That's what helps me get through it. It might help you too. I used to try to watch movies or Netflix or the TV on the gym, but nothing good ever plays on the TVs in the gym. Like we got like Star Trek and stuff. I don't watch that. But yeah, 185 for 12. I remember when I first hit this in actual high school, I hit it for 4 reps my senior year, and I was so stoked. Like 185, when you get there, that 225. Those are good times. So yeah, this was a good deload. I did bench press and then triceps. My triceps I've been focusing on a lot, and I feel like I'm getting stronger because I'm a bicep dominant kind of person. You'll notice like any of my posing or anything I've done, I've always been kind of genetically given stronger bicep than tricep. And it's a gift, but you got to work harder on your tricep to make up for both. So we did our 185, and that was just me seeing someone I knew in the gym. I went into standing skull crushers, 55 pounds for 12. Now, I went recently, last time I did these, I did 80 pounds for 8. So I like to do standing. I used to do the laying down ones, but I like the standing because you get more of a stretch on the way back. Feels good. So we end up hitting, the 55 for 12. And then after this, it's not too exciting watching standing skull crushers. So after this, we go into incline bench press. So my max on incline is around 215 for 3. So I went 155 for 12. Just when you guys do a deload, just make sure to focus a lot on form. So form is crucial. This is actually going to conclude this commentary for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I enjoy doing this for, this kind of commentary. Feel more like one-on-one. So, hope you guys enjoy this. If you did, make sure to like, share, subscribe. If I taught you a thing or two, make sure to like, share, subscribe. And appreciate you guys, all your support. Peace out, guys. Today is also Food Challenge Friday. So, that video will be out soon.